الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
We are going to talk inshallah and reflect more about the salat. What is the salat? What does it really mean? There's many books, if we open, always they will tell you how to do the salat, how to perform it. But even with these books, always they reflect mostly about the physical, the outside, and they reflect a little bit about inside. But always there's this question: does us, for example, reflecting on while you are in the first rak'ah, you say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, you close your eyes and you want to try your best to comprehend what you are saying. You say, like you recite everything in a salat, and you always say, this is what Allah Azza wa Jal wants from me. He wants me to concentrate on my salat. In reality, this is wrong. I will say it. This is wrong. Allah Azza wa Jal does not want you, while you're doing the salat, to say it, just reflect in the words, to say the right word. This is the part of it, yes. When someone begins something, when you begin your trip, you always, for example, you bring the GPS or you bring any measurement tool, you always see it, you always see that. But by time, for example, if you travel to work every single day, the same way, at the beginning you will lose yourself a little bit here, you go on different road, different route, but Allah Azza wa Jal, over time, He wants you to overcome all these things. So you will start read about the salat, how you do it the best. Sometimes you say, you close your eyes, sometimes you put the prayer rug in a place that nothing can take your mind. But take your mind from what? And why is your mind is taken? And this is going to affect the way you're connecting with Allah Azza wa Jal? Yes, in reality, yes, it will affect. This way will affect. What is the best way to do it? How you do that? If you look at our body, Allah Azza wa Jal, He created us exactly like He created the universe. We are the creature, Allah Azza wa Jal, the reflection of universe. Imam Ali, he reflected on that in very beautiful poetry. He said, I'm going to say it in Arabic and then I'll do it in English. He said, وَتَحْسَبُ نَفْسَكَ جُرْمًا صَغِيرٌ وَفِيكَ انْطَوَى الْعَالَمُ الْأَكْبَرُ. You think yourself a small planet in the way that you are the universe. Universe is inside you. And many philosophers, they sat down, they will start reflecting what exactly is inside you as a universe. And then we say your thoughts, your emotions, the way you think about stuff, the way you try to relate things. But in reality, no. It is not just that. It is more than that. What is it exactly? It is the universe inside you. How? For example, if you look at the sun and the moon, those two stuff, you can call them planet or you can call them whatever you want to call them. Those two things are inside you. They even by looks, and even the different planet that exist around us are still inside you. What I'm talking about exactly? If you want to look about the sun, we said before, one of the tafsir, who is the sun is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And I told you, when he's not here, it will be reversed to someone else, and then the moon will be the reflection of this someone else, and vice versa. Always happen this way. Does this exist inside you? Yes, it does. How does it exist? Your heart is the sun. Your heart is the sun. It has the same color. It has the same color. The color of the sun is almost reddish. Your heart is reddish. Look, all red inside. It has the power of the electromagnetic field. Same thing, the sun has the power of the electromagnetic field. It gives the ray, the blood give the blood, the heart give the blood. So this is the ray. You see Allah Azza wa Jal, how He connected these things? It is very beautiful. It is saying the symbolizing of the sun is inside your heart. And when we said before, if you take an X-ray for your heart, you see inside it there's three main vessels. It is the three mirrors that we always keep talking about. It is the nafs mirror, yourself, and one of the mirror is for your body, and the mirror is your soul, and all connected together. The more mirror you clean those mirror, the more Allah Azza wa Jal will give you science. The more Allah Azza wa Jal will make you accept knowledge. You see, the more you clean those ones, the more Allah Azza wa Jal give you reflection from Him. So even we said that the sun is Allah Azza wa Jal, He hold earth by Jabal Qaf, by the power of Qaf. Qaf means the electromagnetic field that exists on, and He carried the sun by Jabal Fa. Fa, what's Fa? Is Faidullah Azza wa Jal. Faidullah means that if you want to give you something, we call it Faid. That's when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam went, He took him, Allah Azza wa Jal, up in heaven. He was visiting there. He said, وَمَا كَذَبَ الْفُؤَادُ وَمَا رَأَى. Yet Allah Azza wa Jal, He didn't say the heart of Rasulullah, no, He said his fu'ad. You see, many people said the heart is exactly the same thing like fu'ad. But in reality, no, it's not. Even if you open now the English translation, they will say heart. But it's not heart, it is fu'ad. Why? Because He mentioned the heart by the fa. At the beginning, fa is from Allah Azza wa Jal. Anything from Allah Azza wa Jal He give you is very powerful. We call it fu'ad. That's why the sun is from Faidullah Azza wa Jal, from that power. And earth is from Qaf. It's exactly same thing like qalb. This is that's the translation. And then if we look on the other side about the moon, we look, the brain is our moon. It is cold. Our brain is cold. It doesn't have emotion. Brain inside us, they don't have emotion. They're cold. And Allah Azza wa Jal talked about the qamar inside. What He said, كالعرجون القديم. Many people, they say, what arjun mean? Like the tamar, you know, the date, when you eat it, you see it look like up and down stuff, but in reality, no, He's not talking about tamar. He's talking about your brain. Your brain is exactly the same way. You look at the brain, it's not straight, it is cut up and down, same thing like al-arjun al-qadim, like your brain. He mentioned that. And then if we look at the moon, we always see one side. We don't see the other side. Your brain is half-sighted, you see. You have your brain like this, and under that there's nothing. It's empty. It's not complete circle like your heart. Your heart, you can see it's 360. It's like this. It is like complete circle, but in our brain is half. Why? Because it's exactly representing the moon, and it's cold and doesn't have feelings. While the sun, it gives you all this beauty. And for example, if you want to have so much emotion, you go outside the sun, it will give you so much power. This close to each other, and this is how it's reflected by us. I will connect all this to what is the salah. So with these ones, when you clean your mirrors, there's a reflection, your brain is completed. Here, the salat will start becoming a salat. How? When you clean your heart, this is mean you don't have anything inside that will kick you out from the salat. For example, when we go to the salat, the devil will become very busy. They will remind you with everything. You will just sit down and then you will say, oh, that guy called you yesterday, why you didn't call him back? You have work, so and so, that it's shameful that you're doing this to your friends. It's so everything, whatever you can imagine. And we always fail into that. If you pass this step, you make yourself stronger. So what is the secret? There's secret ingredients that Allah Azza wa Jal wants you to reach. The secret always with the salat is for you to know what you're saying. At the same time, you already have to pass this. You already have to pass this step. You know what you're saying, and you already thought about them many times before. While you're saying, for example, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, and this is how when you're praying, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, you say أحد mean like one, and Allahu Samad, that's good. لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ, you always repeating the same stuff. So this is the salat. No, it doesn't want you to learn verbs inside while you are praying. It doesn't want you to know how you pronounce this one. It should be done before. You took maybe 20 years, 10 years, 5 years of salat, whatever time. Maybe this is the first year of your salat. It should be this. After, what do you want to do? Just continue thinking about the grammars, or how did you connect this to Allah Azza wa Jalla? No, He doesn't want you to be there. So what exactly the secret ingredients for salat? Salat over here is heart clean. You clean the sun, so you have a complete fight. Allah Azza wa Jalla, completed. How you clean your heart? No food, no haram food. You cannot go eat in McDonald's, say, oh, it's okay, we can say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim and eat. No, this is haram. You cannot eat any meat haram from outside. You cannot make money haram from wherever, stealing, and then you go eat from it. You're affecting your heart. You're affecting the heart, the money, whatever you're spending from this bad money on some people, it will affect it. So how you clean yourself? It's cleansing. You cleanse the heart by doing always istighfar. Even if we reach a point that we are almost infallible, and nobody infallible in this room, including me, I'm the most sinful. But let's say even if we go to that point, even while you're not doing any sins, you always keep doing istighfar. Istighfar is very important. The devil always come to the people and you tell them, you're not doing anything. Why you want to do, you ask Allah Azza wa Jal forgiveness. No, you always ask forgiveness. Because sometimes we hurt some people we don't really know. For example, you're passing by and then there's someone hungry, he want to talk to you, please give me money, but you didn't pay attention to that. And he starts saying, oh, how mean those people are, and so on. So you always want to ask Allah Azza wa Jal the forgiveness. Always say astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, while you're not doing anything. Instead of listening to music and you're in the radio station, do istighfar, do salat ala Muhammad, do all these things. This will get you closer to Allah Azza wa Jal. If we remember, we reflect back, for example, Imam Khomeini, they said, they asked him, how did you read the Quran? Almost every month he used to do khitmat Quran, almost every month. He said, how did you do it? You're so busy man. For example, if you just work at the hawza, you have a lot of time, you can read every single day, one juz, and then you'll be fine. But if you're so busy, like you're running all this government, many people calling you, so on, well, how did you do it? He said, sometimes I'll just go from one place to one place, and instead of wasting all this time, I have a portable Quran, small one. I open it, I read, till I reach that position, and then I put just a paper just to know where I am now exactly, and so on. So we are wasting so much time. You see, so this is the cleansing of the heart. We can talk more about cleansing the heart, but this is in general. This is the most affecting thing for you to clean the heart. Second thing, your brain. Your brain always needs to stabilize it. I had a lecture before about how to control your imagination. You see, imagination is something very important in life. We think that this universe of imagination stuff, whatever happened in it, it doesn't exist. In reality, it does exist. Whatever you imagine, you're imagining, it does exist. You're creating force, energy to do it. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He wants you to control that. Imagination is like a horse. You need to ride on that horse and to control it. If you control your imagination, you don't imagine anything that haram or even though if you imagine something haram, Allah Azza wa Jalla will not give you anything bad. Like He will not give you sins or so on. But I want you to go beyond that even. If you control this imagination, Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned this. I talked about Al-Fath, Al-Jadd, Al-Khayal. If you remember, the imagination, the real things, and Al-Fatah, all those connected. If you put all these ones into one category, your brain will be set. Your brain will be so powerful that you can control matter. You can control matter with that brain. Why? Because you're not gonna use your imagination for something bad. You see? So Allah Azza wa Jal, He is giving you the power in your hand. So now, for example, you go to Salat, you don't want to think about verbs, you don't want to think about what those words mean, because you're already thinking about them. Take your time thinking about these things, like before doing Salat or after Salat. Don't think about these things in Salat. What to do exactly? All what you need to do is you need to clear your head. Don't think about anything. How? Nothing. You can train yourself. There's people who do yoga, they don't think about God, they don't think about nobody. I want you to do the same thing. Don't think about anything. But the only difference is, while you're not thinking about anything, your heart is attached to Allah Azza wa Jal. The language of heart is, the beauty about it, it doesn't have a language. For example, if someone loves someone, he loves him with unconditionally. Allah Azza wa Jal in Yawm al-Qiyamah, He gave a reward for Salat, He gave reward for Siyam, He gave reward for everything. But what can He give for someone who loves Him? This is the unconditional thing, except the love of Allah Azza wa Jal back. When you love Allah Azza wa Jal so much, He's gonna love you back. But what can possibly, you say I love you so much, Allah Azza wa Jal, okay, He'll say I'll give you paradise. I still love you so much. What do you wanna give me in reverse with that? You cannot buy love, and you cannot sell it. So that's what Allah Azza wa Jal wants from you. If you love Allah Azza wa Jal, He loves you, but He loves you before you love Him. That's why He created you, because you deserve the creation. You are here for deserving, because you deserve the creation. He couldn't. Some people say, "Why He created me? I don't want Him to create." Really? Really? Why you put yourself to that position? If Allah Azza wa Jal give you the creation, it give you yourself. You're not a program. You're not a crystal program inside your head, and you're gonna be a number and you leave and nobody knows about you. When Allah Azza wa Jal knows you, know who you are, then you are something important. Respect yourself. Put yourself into that level. You're not here just because a mistake that your mom and dad made, and because you're here randomly and then you don't know what to do in life. No, it's not. You see? So this is how you reflect, and you go to the salat with this spirit. And I want to teach you something very important. It will help you with it. Before you do the salat, you'll say Subhanallah, 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 Subhanallah 7 times. And you say Alhamdulillah, 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 Alhamdulillah 7 times. And La ilaha illallah, 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 La ilaha illallah 7 times. And then you say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and you say Allahu Akbar. You see, this is Sayyid Sheikh Bahjat. He sent this message to the people. Why? Because he was teaching them how to open to real spirituality. Before you say Allahu Akbar, you do the adhan first, iqamah after. Because when you do adhan and iqamah, if you do one of these ones, there's 2,000 angels praying behind you. And if you do after that iqamah and then adhan, there's 4,000 angels praying behind you. 4,000, and not regular angels, they're high-ranking angels, depending on what exactly your salat is. So you'll be the imam of the salat. And if you do this with it, you are closing all the spirituality to very high level. To very, very high level. So if I didn't say this thing before because I want to try it myself. I've been trying it for a few months now, and when I always do it, you feel yourself, you are elevating to very, very high spirits, to the very high level of spirituality. So I want you to try it. I want you, when you go to the salah, don't think about anything. Clear your head. No ideas, nothing. You know what you're saying. You don't need to think about your Qul Huwallahu Ahad. You don't need to think about the Surah Al-Fatiha. No, don't think about anything. Because while you're reading them, you're thinking about different things. So you'll be able to just read them without thinking about anything. And then you say, my heart is attached to Allah Azza wa Jal. You do that, you'll be able to do that. You close your eyes, you say, my heart is attached to Allah Azza wa Jal. I just want Allah Azza wa Jal. And it will be automatically connected. And then over here, at that point, you start raising yourself. And this is the secret ingredient. This is the secret ingredient, and this is how you will be advanced more and more and more in salah, till everything will open. When Allah Azza wa Jal talked about Ibrahim alayhi salam, He said, وَلْنُرِيَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ مَلَكُوتَ السَّمَوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. We will let Ibrahim see the malakut of samawat. That everything will be open, the reality. He was talking about you too. Why he mentioned this ayah in the Quran if he's not talking about you? There's nothing in the Quran that it's not going to affect you. He doesn't talk in the Quran just to make you impressed with the language. He doesn't need that. Allah Azza wa Jal, He's not impressing you with the Quran. He wants you to learn from it. Why? Because it will affect you. Don't say this is Ibrahim, this is Abraham, he's a big prophet and so on. But look what happened to Abraham. He was a regular prophet, and then there's a lot of pressure, stress, and so far. But he was so content with Allah Azza wa Jal that he want to be more. Then He told him, I'll give you more level and more level and more level. Till He said, وَنَجْعَلُكَ لِلنَّاسِ إِمَامًا at the very end. He made Ibrahim alayhi salam imam at the very end. Imam, this means he's responsible for people exactly like, because he is the fathers of Rasulullah and Ahlul Bayt from the physical point of view. But in reality, Rasulullah is the father of all the universe. You see, so that's the meaning of free salat. When you do this, no, I'm not talking deeper than that, but I'm just going to reflect that, because when at the very beginning, a year ago, when we talked about the salat, you need to just put yourself in an isolated place so for you to start learning. I didn't say you need to do that now because you're prepared for the second step. You need to start do that. And inshallah, if we live till next year inshallah we'll reflect more about what we did with our salat for us to reach the hudud that Allah Azza wa Jal want us to be in the salat. Because when Allah Azza wa Jal said aqimu salat, this is mean, what do you mean aqimu salat? No, doesn't mean go do the salat. No, iqamat had. This is mean there's something behind salat. Aqimu salat, this is mean raise the salat. So salat can be raised, yes. How it can be raised? Let's do that next time. We feel ourselves we are more higher into what are presenting now. Any question? Yes.
So you said before the salah, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah 7 times.
7 times.
And then you said for Allahu Akbar, is the 7th one Takbiratul Ihram?
Yes, it is. The 7th will be Takbiratul Ihram.
Okay, so for Allahu Akbar, you're saying it 6 times and then Takbir?
And then you say 6 times, and then you say Allahu Akbar. It will be the
And then you
7th.
So the 7th time يتبلش الصلاة.
Yes, the 7th time it
So
will
the 7th
be
time is
Takbiratul
Takbiratul
Yes.
Ihram.
Yes.
Does it matter if it's like Alhamdulillah or Subhanallah first?
No, it has to be this way. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La
Just like
ilaha
Tasbih
illallah.
al-Awwal.
It is the Salat Tasbih, yeah.
Why? Why is this?
Because this one, it has secrets of number 7. You're mentioning the tasbih of Allah Azza wa Jal that He really loved in the power of 7. This is like, no, we've talked
And
before
that's
about.
the tasbih that Rasulullah did, Shaykh?
Yeah, that's regular tasbih. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Yeah, that's a regular tasbih.
Tasbih
Rasulullah.
al-Awwal, like when you say it.
Yeah, we're not getting something new. This is from Rasulullah,
Right.
and this is by the power of 7. يلا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.
Allah